Hi everyone, Mike Kruger from Weather NorCal. This is Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals. We've got Adrienne from Turtle Bay. And they were, just a second ago, you were noticing right before we started shooting, they were posing together looking at the camera. But now they're not necessarily.
They're just investigating.
So what do we have in here? What do we need?
So these are Sierran tree frogs. These are the common tree frog that we have here in the valley. Have you ever heard those chirping frogs?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
These are the really loud chirping frogs.
Isn't that
Can you
amazing?
imagine that
Yes.
it comes from this small little
They're
frog?
so small.
Yeah. So we hear them chirping because what are they doing? Attracting a mate, of course.
That's what I
So
do when
they
I'm trying to
sing.
attract mates.
We actually call them chorus frogs. There's tree frogs like this all throughout the United States, and we call them chorus frogs because they have such a wonderful chorus, just like songbirds have a chorus. And so we hear them singing throughout different times of the year, specifically when it's wet. Because these are frogs, they're a type of amphibian, correct? So amphibians are special because they have permeable skin. Basically that means that whatever's in the area around them can go through their skin. So they can breathe through their skin, they take oxygen through the water through their skin, and that also includes taking chemicals from around their environment too. So we call them an indicator species because when they're in the water in our environment, whatever is in that water is going to get into them. And we often see the effects of what we have in the environment and the chemicals that we've put into the environment on the amphibians. In fact, amphibians are in severe crisis in the wild because of habitat loss, because of habitat degradation like that, and of course the pet trade and illegal hunting, but mainly habitat destruction is the problem with amphibians. And that goes for amphibians around the world. And we've seen that as our climate gets warmer too. Most amphibians actually prefer a cooler climate. It's better for them. You can actually breathe more oxygen through your skin when it's cooler versus when it's warmer. And so a lot of that actually has to do with the effect of how it's getting warmer out there. So our Pacific tree frogs, like I said, are all over the valley here. What do they do during the summertime? It gets really dry and hot.
Yeah, I'm thinking like it's hot. You were just saying they like cool environments. What are they doing in Redding?
Where do you find them around your house?
I don't honestly know because I never see them.
Well, they're going to hide in a nice moist area. So,
like a
think
pool
around
or
your
something.
pool or your hot tub. If you have
Interesting.
sprinklers in your yard, I find them under my nice thick bushes that like have a lot of cover. And they're going to go in what's called estivation. Estivation is when they're inactive. They're going to be a lot drier because they don't have ability to get to a lot of moisture, and they're just going to be inactive. And as soon as a rain comes or it cools down, that's when we see them get more active.
And that's when we start hearing them a little bit more.
That's when we start hearing
so
them
you won't really
chirp.
hear them in the summer, for
You don't
example.
really hear them as much in the summertime, not unless we have a nice rainy day, which how often does that happen?
Oh
here?
yeah, right. I mean, come on, the normal rain.
We're going to
is-
be another 3 or 4 months
normal
before we see any
rain for
rain.
this month is like minus 27. No,
But so
interesting.
they're super important for our environment because they eat lots of bugs and they help to keep that bug population in control. But again, we can see the effects of our environment because they are an indicator species.
Would this be something if you found one? It's not a good idea to keep as a pet,
No,
right?
they don't make good pets.
I wouldn't think so.
No, just leave them alone, let them do their job out there, and do our best to keep their environment clean for them.
Absolutely, because they are. You said the word. Don't let me see. Impervious. What was the word?
Permeable.
Permeable. They are permeable, so they take.
Go back to science class.
Yeah, I'll go back to science class. I'll do that. Well, thank you, Adrienne. Definitely some interesting information about tree frogs. They are native to this area, so if you do see one in your backyard or anywhere, just leave it be. Let it be part of the environment, and we can all live happily together. Thank you again, and we will see you next week for another Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals.